My name is Paul, I'm a teacher and I'm living in North Nanaimo. What made me decide to build a carriage home? I bought this house a few years ago and I've got this big backyard that I rarely use. I would come back every 6 months and kind of check it out. Typically the kids and I would do beach stuff and trails and hikes, so we don't use the yard that much. And I had some money I was going to invest in a property. Investing in property is not what it was back in the 90s and early 2000s, that's for sure. $500,000 does not take you nearly as far as it used to. And I thought, I've got this big backyard. I was going to inquire what my options were for building back here. It was a combination, I guess. I have this beautiful backyard. It was kind of the space certainly wasn't being utilized the way it could be. Kind of back to what I was discussing in terms of how the dollar doesn't go nearly as far as it went back in the day. It goes exponentially further when you already own the property. I have this nice ocean view, which I don't get from my actual house, and I thought it'd be nice to sort of utilize that. Any surprises? Not really. It's been pretty smooth, and I gotta say, Mike's been really easy to work with. He's been great. I can ask him any questions. Very approachable. Not only that, all his tradesmen have been exceptionally approachable. I'll sort of come here after work and talk to the guys. They're all very nice guys, very knowledgeable, very friendly, explain things in a very nice way. It's been a really nice process so far. With the market the way it is and the demand for housing the way it is, the city was actually quite encouraging with this, so that was quite an easy process. That was nice. He's been great every step along the way. He's had the budget laid out, whether we're a few $100 behind or a few thousand ahead. I've kind of known where every single penny's been going, and there's been no stresses there, so that's been really nice. I think just seeing a couple around town, and then there's one in particular in Qualicum when driving with the kids. I saw one that I really liked, and it kind of just got my brain going. You know, I've got the yard for it, I've got the potential driveway access for it, and a lot of these things kind of lined up perfectly for it. Having the ocean view, I certainly wanted to utilize that to the best of my ability. The contractors and the developers were really strategic as to where to position it, so which leaves me with this really nice ocean view, which I'm very happy about. Big plans, we're excited to move in, excited to utilize space that I designed and created. So originally it was going to be a rental, but as we were planning and designing, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. This is going to be beautiful. I think I'm going to want this. It's been noisy at certain points, but the funny thing is I haven't used my backyard in probably 10 plus years, and I've used it more in the last 6 weeks with the kids with bonfires than I have in the last decade, so it's been pretty cool. It's kind of made us use our backyard. Like I said, we've got this big yard which we never touch, but the kids and I have been making s'mores in the evenings and having bonfires and actually using our yard more than we have done in many years. Even before I'd signed my first check over to him, he spent hours helping me out, planning decisions. This is before he was on the payroll. He just would answer any questions in a very, very kind way, and very much in a way that didn't make me feel embarrassed or stupid. Very understanding with everything. He's been great. He's been really great. Well, if you don't use your backyard, like I didn't, it would be certainly something to consider, absolutely. What I'm excited about is I've never lived in a brand new home, so that's certainly gonna be new. That's been really cool to be part of the process. Excited to have the smell of a new home, as silly as that sounds. Yeah, I'm excited for my first night in my new home. My name is Paul. Thanks so much for coming, and I'm excited for you guys to see my new home.